circle the greater. 1 over 10, 1 over 8, 1 over 10, 1 over 8, because the numerator is equal, then the smallest denominator is the bigger. يبقى this 1 over 8, circle the greater, then 1 over 8 is greater than 1 over 10. 1 over 6, 1 over 3, because the numerator is equal, then the smallest denominator is the bigger, then 1 over 3 is bigger than or greater than 1 over 6. 1 over 2, 1 over 6, because the numerator is equal, then the smallest denominator is 2 smaller than 6, then 1 over 2 is greater than 1 over 6. 1, it means a whole number, 1 quarter. 1 is bigger than or greater than 1 over 4. 1 over 5, 1 over 7, because the numerator is equal, then the smallest denominator is greater. 1 over 5 is greater than 1 over 7. Half and 1, which is greater? 1 is greater than half. 1 over 9, 1 over 8. 1 over 8 is greater than 1 over 9, because the numerator is equal, 1, 1. 1 over 3, 1 over 4, which is greater? 1 over 3 is greater than 1 over 4, because the numerator is equal. 1 over 5, 1 over 6, which is greater? 1 over 5 is greater than 1 over 6, because the numerator is equal 1. Now he wants me to circle the smaller one. Which is the smaller? 1 over 7 or 1? 1 over 7 is smaller than 1. 1 over 5, 1 over 8. Then 1 over 8 is smaller than 1 over 5. 1 over 4, 1 over 6. The smaller is 1 over 6, because we know the rule now. 1 over 9, 1 over 3. The smaller is 1 over 9, because the numerator is equal. Then the greater one, 9, bigger than 3, but 1 over 9 is smaller than 1 over 3. 1 over 11, 1 over 8. 1 over 11 is smaller than 1 over 8. 1 over 10, 1 over 12. 1 over 12 is smaller than 1 over 10. 1 over 4, 1 over 5. 1 over 5 is smaller. 1 and a half. Half is smaller than 1. 1 over 3, 1 over 7. 1 over 7 is smaller than 1 over 3. Half with third. Third is smaller than half. 1 over 11, 1 over 12. 1 over 12 is smaller than 1 over 11. 1 over 7, 1 over 10. 1 over 10 is smaller than 1 over 7. Now he wants me to put the sign. Smaller than, greater than. Half, third. The numerator is equal. Then the smaller one is bigger. Then half is bigger than or greater than 1 over 3. The numerator is equal. Then the smaller one is greater than. يبقى 1 over 7 is greater than 1 over 10. Half and sevenths. Because the numerator is equal, 1, 1. Then half, denominator 2, is bigger than 1 over 7. Half and 1. 1 is greater than. 1 over 10, 1 over 3. 1 over 3 is greater than 1 over 10. 1 over 2, 1 over 7. 1 over 2 is greater. 1 over 4 and a half. Half is greater than. 1 over 4 and 1 over 7. Fourth is greater than seventh, because the numerator is equal. Then the smaller denominator is greater than. Now he wants me say agree or disagree. 1 over 2, 1 over 3, and he puts the sign faces to 1 over 3. And he told me that half is smaller than 1 over 3. No, disagree. 1 over 7, 1 over 10. Numerator is equal, 1, 1. The smallest denominator is greater than. Then the sign is I agree to this sign. 1 over 2, 1 over 7. The numerator is equal, 1, 1. The smallest denominator, it has to be greater. Half greater than, then I disagree. from this sign. Half and 1. Half is greater than 1? No. Disagree. Now divide each clock into fractional parts as shown. To divide this clock into halves, then it means like 6 clock. Into third, it means maybe 4 o'clock, or I can 8 o'clock. This is third parts. Into fourth, it means 3 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, or 6 past into fourth. Now choose the correct answer. 1/8, it means 1 from 8. 1 colored from 8 parts. Then I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is no. 1/8, this one. 1/5, it means 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one of them are colored, this one. Half, it means 1, 2, 2 parts and color 1, this one. Ninth, it means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one, no. It will be this one. 6, it means I have 6 parts. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one. 1/6. Third, it means the third parts. 1, 2, 3. Yes, this one. 1/3. Now he want me to write the fraction. 1 colored, I write 1 in the numerator. In the denominator, I write all parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1/5. 1 colored, in the numerator, I write 1. In the denominator, I write all the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1/6. In the numerator, I write 1. In the denominator, I write all the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1/4. In the numerator, I write 1 colored, 1 blue. In the denominator, I write all 1, 2, 3. Then I write 3. In the numerator, I write 1 colored, اللي هي blue. In the denominator, I write all the parts. 1, 2, 2. In the numerator, I write 1 colored blue. In the denominator, I write all the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1/7. Now in the numerator, I write 1 colored. Denominator, all the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I write 10. And the other like the same, like them. In this one, he told me the names, and I write the fraction. 7th, it means 1/7. 8th, it means 1/8. 6th, it means 1/6. Third, it means 1/3. 5th, it means 1/5. 9th, it means 1/9. 4th, it means 1/4. Half, it means 1/2. 10th, it means 1/10. The lesson fraction, all the fraction that you will have to know in this lesson. Now we finish.